Alright, we should be good to go. Alright. Let's start this off. Right. Just for... Okay. For sake of consistency, going to go ahead and completely refresh the file. That should work perfectly. Alright. Everything looks good. Let's get going. So, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Zelda 1 via the GameCube Collector's Edition disc. And I'm gonna get this started. I'm kind of doing a weird route. It's not a speedrun or anything, but I've been trying to get myself comfortable with Deathless runs, because I have never done a Deathless run of this game before. And so I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. But if I'm doing something that seems a little odd, it's probably because I'm odd. And I'm going for a very specific route that I've planned out. I've had some limited success with this before, in that I've gotten pretty consistently close to the end of the game and only really fumbled when I got greedy or reckless. But yeah, looking forward to playing this game. I usually play on my 3DS, but I do not have any way to stream from that. So, and this is what I mean by reckless. I did not have to take all that damage. So we're off to an excellent start already. Getting kind of lucky with my rupees right at the start. Hoping that stays somewhat consistent. Okay. Do love the slowdown. Okay, no bombs yet. Come on, split up. There we go. Alright, don't have to go to the ferry. So honestly, very tempted to enter level 3 right away. Level 3 is, generally speaking, my starting point for the dungeons on these runs. Just because it's got some really helpful items early on and so on and so forth. But I'm going to resist that urge because it can be a little tough when you're low on health and unarmed. Plus, if you wait just a little longer until you get the white sword, you can take advantage of the gel's high drop rate, which is what I like to aim for. Hey, bombs, perfect. early rupees are important because we want to get the blue ring as soon as possible. Not to mention the magical shield, which will help with a lot of more dangerous enemies down the road. Ow. That's nice. Grab that somehow. A lot of extra damage for literally no reason, and I'm going to start over again. The starting point of this run is usually the hardest because there's a lot of nonsensical mistakes that the average player, like myself, will make just messing around in fights that they shouldn't be messing around with. Could have just bailed, but I didn't because I'm stubborn. That's just the kind of person I am. I don't like to give up. Come on. Get over here. There we go. I would like to see at least one run tonight get up to 4 dungeons. That would be pretty ideal for me. So we're definitely going to shoot for that. Come here. Excellent. Nice. We do love the bombs. That's kind of purposeless right now. I do have to head up and beat those enemies though. Ideally for more bombs. Really surprised with the rupee luck. Very bad timing on my part. Okay. Clear. We'll take advantage of the Great Fairy. Nice. And move right along. Okay. That seems a little unfair, but okay. Guess we're just gonna deal with that. Crack this open immediately. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very... just bad. That's what that was. Okay. Let me beat this guy. And I think I'm just going to go straight back to the ferry instead of risking my progress. Since I keep doing that, I'm not getting anywhere. No one in front of me, good. Straight to the ferry. See about trying to grab some more bombs. Hey, what's up, Best? Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Are you good with me calling you Best, or would you prefer I adjust to Andorra? I never actually asked about that in the past. Glad they bunched up. That's useful. Maybe less useful now. Nice, got the bombs I needed. Alright, cool. Done with this area for right now. Oh, this is bad. I may have made a very bad choice, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Cool. Ow. Playing very poorly. Awesome. Done. I don't know what causes enemies to respawn. If it's like a screen limit, I mean, you travel X amount of screens and they come back. I never figured that out. I always assumed it was a limit by either screen travel or because I don't think this game counts actual time. I don't need that many bombs. I shouldn't be chasing them. Unfortunate. Oh, okay, that's definitely good to know. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I tried primer loads. I've definitely gone at least 4 screens without them reloading necessarily, so I might be a limit of 5. No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure. I am extra conscientious about it. It's been such a long time since I streamed, and I'm now putting myself on a schedule, so being consistent's a little bit more important to me than it used to be. Alright. I think there's an item multiplier bonus for, like, the more consistently you don't get hit, the more likely you are to get rarer items or better items. I don't know if that's 100%. I can't reach that rupee, can I? That's unfortunate. Alright, well, it is really nice to see you. It's been a long time since I got to chat with you best. I hope you've been doing well. Let's see if I can remember these spots to levers. Go away. Oh wow, I'm just playing terribly. Good rupees though. Right, let's go back and actually, if I'm correct, there's a heart container right here. So it should be good for me to just yes, okay. Oh, I think I kind of want the no, I don't. Okay, good on rupees. I don't remember if there's a if it's a doorman here or if it's a heart container here. But I think it's around this spot. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is a money-making game. Do I risk it? I always risk it. And I want to go middle. I thought about going right. As you saw, I walked towards right, but I'm glad middle was only -10. It would have been very unfortunate if I had gotten that -40. I think so. If that's the money-making game, I'm pretty sure this screen is the doorman. Okay. So if this screen is the doorman, then there's nothing here? Probably nothing here. I'm gonna waste the bombs and just double check because I definitely don't have this game memorized. Okay. Alright, nothing here. So that means I need the ladder to get the heart container that's over here, or the raft, depending on how you look at it, but Probably fair to say raft or the ladder. The ladder's easier to get. Would you stop running? Why are you so quick? Stop it. Get over here. There we go. I don't have the raft to get the other heart container yet. I don't want anything from here. No, not every screen has a cave, but specific areas are more likely to have caves. It's usually, you can usually guess based on how the walls are positioned and generally speaking also how, you know what I need to do? I need to get the candle. That's what I need. But I don't need to buy the blue candle. I can get the red one, I think. Uh-oh. This might be a bad screen for me to be on. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, I shouldn't risk it. I should leave. I should just go. But yeah, no, not every screen has a secret, but you can usually tell based on the kind of terrain. I'm gonna die here for sure. Please don't appear in front of me. Cool. Less cool. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, this is a good time to explain what I'm doing. I am working on a Deathless route. I'm trying to do Zelda 1 Deathless. I've gotten pretty close. One of my best runs, I died at level 9 because I was reckless. So I can do this. I'm fairly certain this is within my wheelhouse. But I forgot the sword. It's kind of tough, but I've done it successfully in quite a few different Zelda games. This is one I definitely feel like I can do it. There are games where I feel like it's impossible. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda 2 are big contenders for I will never be able to beat those Deathless. I'm almost certain. Like, and to that point, like, I played Tears of the Kingdom relatively well. A lot of my deaths were more me experimenting with things I didn't have to experiment with and testing the waters with certain options. But none of it was ever really like, okay, I'm just straight up overpowered. I should know better than to do this. Most of the time, I just didn't know. But it's also tough because, like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have unpredictable enemy behavior on the stronger enemies. So with those games, it's more of the best way to not die in those games is not play the game, and that feels bad. For me personally, I don't want to play an avoidance game for most of the experience. I have a similar problem with how I play Smash Bros. I don't like to just like hang back and wait for someone else to make a mistake, even though that's 9 times out of 10, that's what you're supposed to do. It's just not a very entertaining way to play for me. I'd rather throw myself at the fucking enemy over and over again. Pardon my language. So with this game, it's a lot more formulaic, where you can like pace yourself around the enemies and like do things that helps you plan out what's happening. Honestly, if you ever want to make yourself good at Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, turn on Breath of the Wild Master Mode. That'll definitely help, because the only places where I got messed up in Tears of the Kingdom was the enemy patterns having changed very consistently across the board, and that they added one more hit or different nice bombs. Very important. They added different enemy combos or attacks or behaviors that I was unprepared for. But after you play Master Mode on Breath of the Wild, you don't really get surprised as much as you used to. Master Mode made me a freaking monster with that, the way that game goes. And yet, I still never beat the Trial of the Sword level 1. It's so difficult. I'm just not good enough at the game. I don't think it's something I can do. More bombs. That's good. Ow. Not good. Less good. Oh, I missed? Oops. Oh, good, more bombs. Excellent. We love to have bombs. Okay. See, the best, I actually, when I went into master mode, I had a really good route planned out. Immediately, I wanted to be able to do two things. I wanted to be able to quickly disarm or defeat enemies, and I wanted to be able to travel as quickly as possible. So I literally zipped straight from the, the gauntlet from the Master Sword pedestal, exactly. I zipped straight from the Great Plateau right to the Gerudo Desert. That was immediately what I went for. And it was definitely tough dealing with that, but I was able to get Urbosa's Fury relatively quickly. Then, once I had Urbosa's Fury, I went straight to the Rito village and just crushed Valmeadow. And after that, the game was pretty much just use Urbosa's Fury, gather as much weapons as possible, clear shrines. And I limited myself to, I couldn't, just to make it a little bit more difficult, I was only allowed to clear 30 shrines before I before I beat a Divine Beast. And once I cleared 30 shrines, I had to take down Divine Beast. So I was never over prepared. And so that really forced me to get good at the game in a lot of ways. I'm going to die if I don't do this properly, but I just want to do it anyway. Okay, cool. A little risky, but I can't help myself. Now this is the kind of hang up with this route that I'm working on. Well, again, it made me better at the game, so I'm glad I did it that way. It was because 30 shrines is more than enough to help with most of the dangers of playing the game. The harder thing was the choices I made with those 30 shrines. Like, if I chose to max stamina, that meant I was severely lowered health and that I generally couldn't survive more than one hit, which meant I had to get better at doing paris and parries. I don't know how that's pronounced properly, to be honest with you. It made managing the game more interesting too, like my problem solving. My problem solving definitely jumped higher because of it. This is annoying. I hate the red tech-types, they move so quickly. Do I even want to bother with this? Yes. Because I'm stubborn. I should probably ignore the enemies on these next few screens, but I'm not going to do that. I probably have a little bit more of an advantage too, Best, because I don't know if we've talked about this before or if I ever talked about it at length, but I still try to play. It just doesn't happen as much as I'd like to because games are expensive. I always like to play fighting games. So while I'm not very good at fighting games, my reaction time is definitely higher because I've played as many as I've played. I loved fighting games as a kid, and I still do. I just don't get to play them very often. Okay, come on. Very lucky with rupees. Very happy. Need that rupee luck. It's so useful. I might play a money-making game twice. Dang it. I was doing so good nailing them first try. Alright. So here's the thing. I don't remember. There's something I'm forgetting about this route. Because it's supposed to be relatively easy to get what I need for the white sword. But I'm definitely not remembering how to go from here. So I think I think my path was to just risk level 3. I think I just need to go ahead and go for level 3. I don't particularly want to just risk myself on level 3, but I'm going to. Because I think level 3 has 2 items in it, and both of them are useful. I think it's like... Level 3 has the blue boomerang, which helps navigate a lot more because, you know, stunning enemies and what have you. But also there was some... I can't remember if it's the raft in level 3, or if it's something else. But also, I think level 3's boss is, yeah, the one south of Lost Woods, exactly. I can't remember if level 3, I think its boss is, Manhandra. So, that boss, usually you want to hit it with a bomb, which makes it very easy to beat and essentially a free heart container. And also, level 3, you aren't required to use most of its keys. Ow. More bombs. Excellent. Worth the struggle. And level 3's enemies are also pretty easy to kill outside of the Dark Nuts. That smells amazing. Thank you for dinner, Monsieur. You don't have to be quiet. I wasn't sure. Fair enough. Alright. Let's see. Whoa. All these bombs making me wish I could have gotten the expansion. But obviously, that is not possible because those are in dungeons. At least I think they're all in dungeons. I don't remember. Now I'm questioning my knowledge of this game. I don't need to kill them. It's cool. There's probably going to be more than enough chicken. Did you make 1 pack or 2? I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can bomb that wall. So I'm going to, after I get rid of these. Honestly, you would be surprised, because I was mentioning it earlier, but I'm pretty used to navigating this game on my 3DS at this point. And you'd be surprised at how awkward this feels on a GameCube controller versus the 3DS. My movement feels terrible. And I don't want to die here. Please don't let me die here. Do not. Not the most useful thing to get right now, but fine. Yeah, I actually had to get a new copy of the disc. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go heal. I don't want to just lose. That sucks. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I had to actually get another collector's disc because I had one at one point, but it went missing in a really awkward and stupid way. Don't forget the sword. Once I clear a certain part of this game, this game gets wide open. I swear. I'm making this look so difficult, but the opening is like the hardest part. I think Majora's Mask is the one that has the problems. I've never had a problem with Zelda 1. Although, to be honest, you saying that, I had no idea that it was a known issue. Because I had a few instances when I played Majora's Mask on this as a kid. Because I never had access to the N64 version for reasons. And, I had multiple areas where the game just got messed up, but I thought it's because my disc was a little beat up, the original collector's edition disc that I had. I had no idea it was like a known problem. So that's very interesting. It seems like when they made the collector's disc, they didn't do a whole lot of testing on Majora's Mask, because there was a few problems with Majora's Mask apparently, including even a disclaimer where apparently there's sound issues that they actually put on the disc. Very odd to me. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess it is definitely a bonus, but there was never a problem with the Master Quest. It doesn't seem like they would have put a lot of extra work into that, you know? Come on, drop some bombs. You can get very unlucky and not get bombs by the time you get to that screen where I usually get rupees from, and I'm not looking forward to it. I mean, I never had a problem with Master Quest. I could see why other people did, but I liked... The thing about Master Quest for me that made it very important to me. So, Ocarina of Time, right? Next, bombs. Ocarina of Time was always this incredible game that I used to only watch as a child. For a multitude of reasons, I didn't get to touch Ocarina of Time until I got to have my GameCube that I'm playing on now. Actually, no, I'm not playing on the GameCube I had as a kid. Never mind, that's a lie. I didn't get to play Ocarina of Time until I got to play it on GameCube, essentially. Aside from some exploring in the Deku Tree, and because of that, and because my parents had left they had gotten the Nintendo Power guide. They got the Nintendo Power guide for Ocarina of Time when they got the game. And I don't know if you were aware of this, but originally Nintendo Power guides were written from the perspective of you were in universe. So Ocarina of Time essentially read like a storybook. So I would, as often as I could, just hold on to the book and read through it. So by the time, what am I doing? By the time I played Ocarina of Time, I had read the fucking book front to back. And again, it's part of my language. I'd read it front to back multiple times just because I loved Zelda. I loved the game so much. So as you can imagine, first playing through Ocarina of Time, thankfully I didn't really hold on to tons of details, but a lot of the stuff I had already read about, and I already knew the puzzles, and already understood the gameplay and what have you. So there's plenty of stuff I had to learn just through playing, but a lot of it was just, you know, I knew it. So it was really nice when I was able to play Master Quest. I didn't know anything about Master Quest. I didn't know how to beat Master Quest. So I got to really play Ocarina of Time for real because of it. And that was what made Master Quest so important to me, is that all those changes meant I was really playing the game for the first time, you know? See, that's interesting. I didn't know any other companies did that besides for Nintendo. That's really cool, actually. I shouldn't have just stood there, but I did, for whatever reason. Probably because I was between tiles, and you can't turn quickly when you're between tiles. Feels like it's an excuse and a cop-out, but it is not. I'm going to take a few bites of food real quick. I'm starving. One of my go-to meals are having rice and chicken cutlet. Always tastes good, always great. I put like a ton of soy sauce on my rice. What I've always done since I was a kid. Love it a whole lot. I also haven't eaten a meal since much earlier today. So, food good. Honestly, the most important thing right now in this game, especially for the starting point, is getting the rupees for the blue ring. That's why I keep going to that bombable section. It's so important to get these freaking rupees as early and as quickly as possible. Because once you get that blue ring, you can really fight a lot of enemies with impunity. Where are you going? Get back here. Okay, well, that actually was really lucky. Can I get that? Yes. Excellent. Have you been playing Tears of the Kingdom? I'm also pretty bad about eating when there's a really good game to play. How far in are you? Don't worry about spoiling anything for me. I've beat the game, cleared all shrines. I've got a pretty high completion percentage for my own purposes, so. Let's see. I think I want to gamble a little bit. Excellent. Was it here? Yes, dead on. Alright, I really feel good about the middle. I made the right choice. Excellent. That's enough gambling for right now. I'm trying to remember where all the heart containers are. You start with 3, there's 8 dungeons, so 3 plus 8 is 11. There's 7 and 7. 7 and 7, yeah. Oh man. I have a great story about that. Yeah, I know. I usually don't buy the blue candle. I usually wait to get the red one. So, without saying too much as far as spoilers go, there was a point in my playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom where I was wandering around a lot, right? And I got frustrated, so I just decided to try something. Because I kept finding these big, large structures in the sky, but there was no way to climb them as far as I could tell. So I'm like, I played most of Tears without really using constructions unless I absolutely had to. I wasn't making vehicles or doing anything like that. I wanted to explore mainly what I could on foot for like most things, so I wouldn't miss anything by accident. But the game pretty much taught me straight up, outright. The game was like, you can't get anywhere without brute forcing it, and so that was the lesson I took away from it. That, you know, there is no point in not just going for it. When you could, if you could build something and get up to somewhere, just do it. So because of that, and because I learned that lesson the way I did, I got very angry in the sky and just started flying up towards things. And I was like, okay, so this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just fly towards stuff. So one of the first things I did was fly into this giant thundercloud thing. Because obviously, you're supposed to do that because the game taught you to just brute force things. Except I wasn't supposed to just fly into the thundercloud thing. I didn't know that. So I flew into the thundercloud thing, and the thing about the thundercloud thing is when you fly up there, yeah, you already know, it's 0 visibility. But somehow, just by sheer dumb luck and an abundance of persistence, I happened to fall right into something. And the rest of that, you can probably guess what I did and what I found. Very, very, very funny in hindsight. Because that was the 3rd dungeon that I cleared. That was dungeon number 3. But the reason this is important is I wasn't clearing shrines. So at that point, I probably had only 4 or 5 hearts, because that's what you had to get at that point in the game to have cleared however many dungeons, right? So when I got to the door, I couldn't open it. Immediately died. So I go, alright, well, I guess it's time to clear some shrines. Because I had opted to... I played Tears of the Kingdom very differently from where I played Breath of the Wild. When I played Breath of the Wild, everyone was like, oh, you can go straight to the final boss, or you can go just explore the castle. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That seems really lame. This game, I did the exact opposite. I said, I can explore the castle, I'm exploring the castle. I can max stamina, I'm going to max stamina. I'm not going to get any hearts. I even transferred the first heart container you have to get into a stamina vessel as soon as I possibly could. So I had max stamina by the time I got up there. But I had no hearts. I had 2 hearts, and those are the hearts from clearing the dungeons. So... yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. Very, very specific and a highly ridiculous experience with Tears of the Kingdom. Because right after that, I was trying to find something else, and that's what led me to a very specific area. Tears of the Kingdom was an experience. I loved it a lot. I'm mad at it for certain things, but I did really enjoy the game. And I'm not done playing it, but I'm playing it much slower now that I finished it. But yeah, playing Tears with only 3 to 5 hearts for most of the game was a very interesting experience. I say most of the game because it felt like most of the game, honestly. Yeah, the clothing, how did I do that? That was very unfortunate. The clothing is all very good. Lots of fun armor. I haven't collected them all yet. I actually had to look up the answer to something because there was a hole I found. I couldn't figure out how to get through it. It's because I found the hole before I found the thing that was supposed to lead me to the hole. Extreme physical comedy? I'm completely unaware of what you mean. My partner Kim, she was telling me that there was an outfit in which they yassified Link. She kept saying no, she said baby girlification. That's the phrase she used. And I said yassified. She said, what's the difference? She's like, it's a huge different vibe. And she's like, a totally different vibe. But I'm like, how could I possibly know that? But I found the outfit and it really didn't seem that crazy to me. It was not as big of a deal as she felt like it was, and other people in the community felt like it was. To me, anyway. Yeah, that outfit, actually, I call that particular outfit the Owlman outfit, because he looks like Owlman from Watchmen. Also kind of looks like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's another Owlman from the DC universe who is basically an evil Batman. He looks a little bit like that too. I actually really like that outfit, but I never use it. But as far as physical comedy, that's where you lose me. I don't understand what you mean. Like, did I use the suit wrong? Because I thought you just used it mainly for floating around in the sky and stuff like that. Ooh. Okay. One down, two to go. Carefully. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go here. The best way to beat these is to be in between tiles and abuse the fact that you can turn up the middles of tiles. It gets harder because they make tighter corners in the other games, but there's a different strat. You can take advantage with those. No impact. Really? That's incredible. I had no idea. Is that a set bonus for like when you max it? Or is that just like... Because I didn't wear it... Oh, that's really annoying. That's super annoying. I'm really angry about that, actually. Set bonus level 2. Okay, I gotta try that out. I only really upgraded fully one outfit. Because I had a feeling it would be really strong, and oh my god, I was right. Incredibly powerful outfit. Really upgraded it from Breath of the Wild. And it's also, it feels harder to upgrade in this game. Oh boy. You know, it would probably be smart to go get the potion before I do this dungeon, but I'm gonna be stubborn. Okay. Tyrone, lay down. Whoa. I feel boxed in. Let's see. That does sound actually hilarious, though. Exploring that whole underground was very interesting. I had a lot of fun with it. Do you actually... I don't know how much you know about the underground or its relation to the surface. Do you want a little tip? I don't know if you're aware of this tip, so... Yeah, it was really useful for completion purposes, yeah. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Oh boy. Ooh. I didn't notice it at first either. I didn't think that it mattered much, but when you start really noticing it, that's when it's like the most helpful anyway. I really shouldn't do what I'm going to do. It's going to cost me dearly, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, and you know, you would think that, you know, it might be annoying for people who are like, oh, I didn't want to know where everything is, but I think it's actually really nice because it makes you feel more rewarded for doing the exploring that you do. Like when I cracked open the I really shouldn't do this. Perfect. That was what I wanted. I just needed to get one. Okay. I was right. The raft is here. Excellent. Wait, was I wrong then? Is the boomerang not here? I don't think you get the blue boomerang in the same place you get the raft. I think I'm wrong about that. Less than ideal. Coño. Alright, you know what? As long as they hit me, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, no, I know the first one is. I don't remember where the second one is, though. I feel like I'm fairly certain this level has 2 items in it, though. And if it's not the boomerang, it's the red candle. But both are invaluable items, honestly. You know what? I got the raft. I'm gonna bail on this dungeon right now. I'm doing pretty good. I don't want to risk my progress. I'm gonna play a little bit safer than I usually do and hopefully get rewarded for it. So I can get heart container number 5. Now if I could just remember, it's 7 heart containers in each row, right? So that means total of 14 hearts. Ah, dumb. I walked right into him. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if I die here. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna be so angry. Whew. That was close. That was very close. Rude. You know what? Honestly, I'm almost certain now. What you need, best? That works. I'll take it. I'll take all of that. Yeah. So, you know how Breath of the Wild had the 4 beasts, right? And how this game has it set up the 4 things you have to go investigate. I think they planned for that thing we were just talking about to be like some big surprise, because that's what those are for. They lead to the story, which leads you to that. But as you can imagine, because of your experience, it really wasn't that big of a surprise for, I'm sure, lots more people. I don't know, because not a lot of people are talking about it yet, but yeah, one of the frustrating things for me from four Tears, was that lack of surprise. No, you don't have to. That's the thing. You can totally just go and do what you're doing. It doesn't negatively affect the game at all, especially now that you found it. If it was, if you hadn't found it already, I would say, oh yeah, that's important later. But since you already found it, it doesn't matter. He will, but again, like, it's, unfortunately, it's not like super big. Like, I didn't find anything very interesting once the Thunderhead goes, and you need to get a specific costume that the game leads you to. That's about it. Like, it's really up to you. But ultimately, now that you found it, you can just clear it, to be honest with you. Plus, you get something really cool from the dungeon. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool anyway. It wouldn't be awful to go and clear it now, is all I'm saying. Is that what people are calling it? That's very funny if it is. I'm tempted to buy the freaking candle, but I don't want to fight all these guys right now. Ah, I blew it. Alright, I'm gonna use this time to think about my suffering. Oh, dude, don't remind me about that, please. That's awful, Best. Literally terrible. For the record, though, that boss fight is the only boss there's no way to scan again, from what I can tell. Unless I've completely missed something. I thought I scanned that boss for the compendium, or I took a picture of it rather. But I must have taken it and then lost to it. Really unfortunate. Yeah. I'm kind of curious. What dungeons have you cleared actually? I'm playing so poorly. It cost me dearly, but I basically did it almost opposite. I did a lot of exploring before I did anything, and then I saw something that was going something that was messed up happening near the domain. So because I saw that one immediately, I went to go deal with that. After I did that, I got curious about fire because there had been nothing shown about that in that area. By the way, I'll call you Nobo, young Nobo now. Because that whole thing, he is now young Nobo. And then I found that one, and then I wound up going to I actually stopped Urbosa's halfway through, Riju's thing halfway through, because I didn't want to jump right into another dungeon. I didn't think that would take me right into one, but it did. And I went back there and finished it after I did the other one. So I could have finished that one much earlier, but I didn't. And then I did Wind last, which is kind of funny because Wind has the easiest freaking boss. It's embarrassing about how easy the boss for the Wind is. It's because it's such a cool looking boss, but then you just 4 hits and it's down pretty much. Unless I just happen to be overpowered, which is possible. Yeah, for a first boss, it's great, but when it's your last boss. Hmm. It's kind of painful to play this game for like an hour and not having really made any real progress. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny too. When I decided to start streaming and I told myself I wouldn't do any challenges, and what did I do? I immediately jumped back into No Continue Super Mario and then No Deaths Zelda 1. Not my best choice, but it's okay. It's just that these don't really feel particularly difficult to me. But I mean, I'm not winning, so I'm obviously wrong. So, I'm definitely going to do Zelda 2 after I beat Zelda 1. My plan is to alternate between four different series until I clear each game in them. So I started with Super Mario, and since I didn't finish Super Mario like I wanted to, I've got to go back and finish it. I wanted to start with Zelda 1, but I didn't have what I needed to do that, so I had to wait. But now I'm doing that. Zelda 2 is number 2. Next on the list is Metroid Zero Mission. And then after that is going to be Pokemon Yellow, I think, on my original cartridge. So, the game plan is to play all 4 of these games until I clear them. Yellow is probably going to be the easiest to clear. I'm not going to do any particular challenge for that. I'm really just going to show off some glitches that I like to do to get certain Pokemon and maybe clear the decks. Because clearing the decks in Gen 1 is pretty easy, honestly. And then, for this game, I want to do Deathless. Mario is continuous. And then, Zero Mission I just want to play. Because I haven't played Zero Mission in a long time. And every time I turn on Zero Mission and try to do hard mode, I get bored. It's not like it's a bad game. Something about hard mode is just not holding my attention to the point where Zero Mission is one of those games that I love that I don't think I've ever actually cleared on a stream. Which is lame because it's such a good game. I don't know why I haven't finished it. But essentially, hard mode is less health, less power-ups, or power-ups actually do less. Like, I think for like every missile tank is 2 instead of 5. And I think energy tanks only give 50 instead of 99. I don't remember exactly. It's not bad. It's not undoable on any means. I think the problem is I just want to play those games. I don't want to be challenged. I just want to enjoy the game. I think when I do Zero Mission, it's probably going to be 100% item run. I think that, because I don't think I've done that in Zero Mission. But yeah, after those games, there's Super Mario 2, Zelda 2, Crystal version, and Metroid 2. Metroid 2 is going to be the easiest ones out of those, to be honest. Because I'm very familiar with Metroid 2 and enjoy it. The thing is, I'm not really planning challenge runs for every one of those games. So, Zelda 2 is... I know little enough about it that just playing it is going to be a challenge. And also, I don't enjoy playing Zelda 2. I'm going to play it because I want to play it and complete it with the other games on my list. But I do not want to play Zelda 2 at all. So Zelda 2 is not getting a challenge. Zelda 2 is going to get as close to being crushed as possible. Because I've only played that game 100% twice. The first time was my first playthrough, and honestly I told myself I'd never play the game again. But I got the game for free on the 3DS, and when I played it on my 3DS, it felt so much easier to play, and so I decided the game wasn't that bad, and I'd replay it if ever came the time, or if I ever felt like I wanted to. Zelda 2 probably won't. If we got something like a Zelda 2 remake, it would probably be completely reimagined. The same way that, funny enough, Metroid 2 was. Zelda 2 would just get a completely different experience, honestly. It wouldn't even be the same anymore. But yeah, so I'm not planning a challenge run for Zelda 2. Zelda 2 is annoying enough on its own, honestly. I keep doing that. My goodness. Since I'm going to do Super Mario Bros. 2 on the Super Mario Advance version, I might decide to do all the Yoshi eggs. I'm not sure. That's tough, and I don't know how many people want to watch that for that long. Especially when it's widely considered to be like a not good game compared to 3 in the world. I'll see how it's received. I love that so much. Just what I needed. Bravo! I love that game so much. Metroid 2, if anything, it'll be 100% run, but honestly might just beat that game quickly, because I like the game, I'm familiar with it, but 100% feels sort of unnecessary. And then what does that leave? That leaves Crystal, which I could definitely do a dex run of Crystals. If I did a dex run of Yellow, it would make the Crystal run easier, but I'm not sure where I'm going to do a Crystal yet. Honestly, I just want to have fun playing Pokemon, since all my non-old game files or what I'm doing in Pokemon outside of just playing Pokemon is shiny hunting. I don't really play Pokemon anymore, so it'd honestly be kind of a relief to just enjoy Pokemon games and not shiny hunt or do anything wild with them. I challenge myself enough with Pokemon. Ow. But yeah, so I've got the next few streams planned out pretty good. I want to get at least up past, I want to beat Super Metroid, A Link to the Past, and Super Mario World, and probably Emerald version before I switch to games that are outside of those 4 series. I'm really interested in playing through the Metal Gear series, and I haven't played any of them, so I think it might be fun to like have my first time playing those games. I could stream them via my Switch. I do have like the Metal Gear collection on the PS3. And hang on, let me take a look at that real quick, because I know I have that game, and I think that one has Twin Snakes version of Metal Gear Solid rather than the original version. And I kind of wanted to play Twin Snakes more than I wanted to play the original PlayStation version. Let me see. Metal Gear Solid 4. I love how Metal Gear Solid 4 is separate because of how freaking huge the game is. No, I don't think it is Twin Snakes. Well, then I might as well wait till the Switch version. The problem with playing the PS3 version is the PS3 is in my son's room and I have to unwire a bunch of stuff to get it out. kind of not ideal. So I might just go ahead and get the Switch version like I was thinking about doing and play that. It's kind of lame to me. I feel like the Twin Snakes version just should have been the one that was on the collection, but I don't know. That was a decision they made, not me. But yeah, I'd like to stream Persona 5R because I have to replay that game anyway, because some time ago my PlayStation 4 had a huge meltdown. I lost all my progress in a lot of games. Like a lot of games. So I have to... Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't like Twin Snakes because of the gameplay changes and also the campiness of some of the cutscenes and shit, but I don't know. I liked watching people play it. I kind of really just want to play that version. Regardless. Because I lost so much progress on so many games on the PS4, a lot of those games I really want to replay. I think I'm just going to stream myself doing it. Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City are good candidates for that because I 100% of those games. And all that is gone. Nintendo Direct was kind of underwhelming for me personally. I am interested in getting Super Mario RPG because I've never played it before. Seems like a good time to play it. I'm sorry, was I not clear? I'm sorry about that. I had a mouthful of chicken. Oh. So, fun fact. Despite how many games I played on the Super Nintendo, which was not many, that was one of those times where, because I was born in 1994, so I was pretty much an infant when a lot of those games came out, a lot of the iconic Super Nintendo games came out. And so the selection of Super Nintendo games I had was stuff that my parents had just grabbed. So that was literally Super Mario All-Star, Super Mario World, A Link to the Past, and a bunch of like D games. Like Final Fight and this rally racer game, Star Fox, which doesn't work, so I assume someone got pissed off at it. And by the time I heard about Super Mario RPG, I had played the Mario and Luigi series pretty avidly. And so... Oh, well, I have an answer to that too, actually. I did not have any access to VC until right before the Wii shop died. And the reason for that is because I wasn't told you could buy things on the Wii shop, even though it was just sitting there. I didn't know what the heck it was for, and I didn't have any means with which to do so, because obviously you had to buy points rather than just spend actual money. Like the 3DS and Wii U eShops were much more accessible as far as like getting things were. You have to buy Wii points cards or trade in for points or whatever the hell you want to call it. And just to stop being so mysterious about it, I'll just come clean and say it just like this. I did not have very helpful parents all the time, in that I could ask for something and I had maybe a 90-10 chance of getting it, with my chances being the lower percentage. And usually the things I got were gotten so late or so behind or so so much later on than when I asked. It was, I basically never got anything when it came out. For instance, I got Super Smash Bros. Melee, either a year before or after Brawl came out. And by the time I got Brawl, people weren't playing Brawl anymore because it was bad game, quote unquote. So if that gives you an idea of the kind of stuff that I dealt with as a kid, for the most part, I really didn't get things no matter what happened. And that was true even for things that were really important to me, unless I literally never shut up about them. That was that's why my Game Boy and Game Boy Advance collection was so big, was because people were not able to stop me from asking for things on those systems. And even then I missed out on some really big gems. For instance, I love Kirby. My first Kirby game was Kirby's Dream Land on the original Game Boy, right? My second Kirby game was Kirby's Canvas Curse on the Nintendo DS. To the point where I thought Kirby was like a dead character, like freaking Ness from Earthbound. I had no idea. The only games I was able to get consistently were anything on my on my Game Boy or my DS, and even then, that consistent was like a game a year maybe. Anything that was named Pokemon, because I was so into it, they couldn't stop me. Somehow, someone got wind of it and would try to be like, "Hey, you have this for Ace," and they would have to get it from me, or risk being embarrassed if they couldn't. Actually, for the most part, yes. I have all the Kirby Dream Land games you could get on the 3DS eShop. I was able to buy all of those. Chrono Trigger I found as a teenager, excellent game. I had to emulate that, and that was the last game I bought via the Wii shop before it died. I didn't know it was on there. I kept waiting for them to put it on the 3DS eShop, but they didn't. And then someone was like, "Well, it's on the Wii VC." I said, "What?" And it was the only game that I bought on the Wii VC. The only other game I have on Virtual Console on the Wii is Smash Bros. And I was gifted that. But, all the Kirby's Dream Land games, I've played through Mega Man's 1 through 6 on my 3DS, as well as Mega Man X1, 2, and 3. Although I don't think I finished... I still don't remember if I beat the X3's final boss, because that boss was really freaking annoying. Super Metroid was a big one that I played on emulator and then bought later on. I have that on my 3DS and my Wii U. And what else? Was there anything else that I really... The thing about Super Mario RPG was that it wasn't a super standout title for me because I didn't... Despite how into Pokemon I was growing up, and despite how much I did love, like, the Mario and Luigi series, I didn't really play RPGs. They weren't really interesting enough. I didn't want to control people like I controlled Pokemon. And Mario and Luigi were just fun because their gameplay is very different from the average RPG. So Super Mario RPG never really interested me. Despite how many people talked about how good it was, it just seemed like a really old RPG game. That's it. It's like, oh, yeah, look, once this existed, yeah, this is what Mario RPG meant once. And, like, a lot of the character designs and the way everything looked stood out to me because it looked so much like it wasn't Mario. You know? Like, that, Donkey Kong lookalike who's chained up. That would never happen in an actual Mario game like that. He looks absurd. What is he doing like that? It looks completely ridiculous. Like, it didn't feel like Mario, so I wasn't ever interested. So So now at this point, it's like, okay, I could give it a shot now because I've played so many more RPGs than I did when I was younger. I'm more open. I've never left. Is that because it's still okay? It's still there. I definitely feel like I pressed right, but the game said I left, so that was interesting. I was very concerned that I just lost that heart container. Yeah, so Mario RPG was one of those games that I felt like a lot of people were into just because they were there when it happened and not because it was actually good, you know? Definitely more like nostalgia bait. Alright, I went middle, it was right. It's gonna be right again. Ah, I thought left, and it was the jackpot. So I gotta play again. Even if I lose all my rupees, I have to play again. That hurt my spirit. A shame. I almost never pick left. I literally almost never pick left. Oh, that hurts. You guys need to calm down. I wanted those bombs. That's so rude. Alright, well, I'm gonna die now. I gambled my life away. Oh, hey, maybe not. Oh, happy day. Okay, cool. Yeah, Super Mario RPG felt like a game that only people who were around for it liked, which stands out to me as like a negative. If only people who were there for it like it, usually it's not because it was good, it's because they remember it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you heard about it because of like Smash Bros. Discourse. Because of Gino. If I had to pick a character from that game though, I would pick Mallow. I think Mallow is much more approachable, adorable, and much more reminiscent of an actual Mario enemy. Like, why Gino, to be honest? Mallow sucks? That's so sad. I can't even imagine it. He looks so adorable. He got lightning powers too, that's cool. I love how he levitates out of his pants when he does his little attack. I saw that in the trailer in the direct. Most of what I know about Super Mario RPG is because of people on VS playing it. Is he a glass cannon then? Also, crying nonstop is fine. I'm a fan of My Hero Academia. Midori is like the main character. He cries all the time. I respect Midoriya's tears though, a lot more than any other character. Nice. There's tanky magic users though. I have no idea. From my impression was that Gino was always the glass cannon in that game, so I figured maybe Mallow had a little bit more surviving in him. Honestly, I'm not even really excited about the new Mario game that I saw. I don't know. It just doesn't scream like, day one buy or anything to me. Everyone talking about, oh, it looks so much better than New Super Mario Bros. And I guess, but I really enjoyed the first New Super Mario Bros. So if this is like a new direction that they're taking, maybe it could be good based on that. But it doesn't look like a new direction. To me, this new Super Mario Bros. Wonder game, it looks like them trying to turn Mario into what Rayman is right now. Like, it literally screamed like Rayman. Most recent Rayman game that was super popular. They're like, Link is canceled, huh? What could you possibly mean? Oh, oh, it's a Manji. It's backwards. It's backwards. Yeah, Rayman Legends Origins. Yeah. It's a Buddhist symbol. If anything, they'll cancel him because he's not Christian. Actually, this is like my favorite Zelda 1 dungeon as far as theming goes. Which, you okay, Moshi? I thought you were asleep this whole time. Oh, okay. So you just been comfy. Ah, beautiful. I'm sorry, Moshi. Well, he's also been trying to get me to play with him, to be honest with you. Again, this is why this dungeon first. That boss is so easy. It's so hard to lose that boss. You know, when he's super slow, yeah, but usually I nail him in one hit. I don't usually have to go and hit him when he's faster like that. That was me. I was bad placement. I wasn't playing that the way I should have been. Do I want to kill these guys now and get the bombs? I feel like I do. 5 bombs is close enough to 4. This could actually be a really good run if I could just go and get the white sword now. It would be so nice. Ah, yeah. Come on. Come on. Good night, baby. Love you. That's nice. Okay. Well, the other refights have the magic spam. You know, that's a different experience entirely. Those are, you want to land the, oh, I didn't want to waste that key. Oh, did I have to? I think I had to. I think I had to use that key there. I'm second guessing. I swear there's supposed to be 3 items here. But I'm second guessing that. I'm gonna have to explore this whole dungeon. I thought I only had to explore half this dungeon. I swore I did, but I must be misremembering. But yeah, I've got an interesting project that I was doing when I was practicing this run for this game. Because I was doing this for myself actively on my 3DS about 6 months ago. And I stopped because I got distracted by other things that I was working on. I like to keep myself busy with multiple different aspects of hobbies that I like to do. Not just one. But yeah, there was something I was doing in tandem with doing this run that I think you'll appreciate. I'll send you some pictures after I finish the stream tonight, and you can check them out at your leisure. Come on. Get got. Come on, get got. There you go. Beating them at the corners is a really good strategy and a really clean strategy. Anyway, I apologize, Best. I was not mocking your gameplay at all or anything like that. Something like that. Definitely not the Quest of Key, because I don't know what Quest of Key is. I've heard the name before, but I don't actually know what it is. No, but I was actually redesigning these dungeons. And, fun fact, one of the first things I ever did when playing, Minecraft was, I made a kind of copy of the Deku tree and how the Deku tree originally looked. I just put a bunch of wild stuff in it. But the first dungeon I ever replicated was this one. I'm actually really fond of this dungeon because there was, in the free version of Minecraft, there was fun ways to replicate certain things that you can't actually do in regular Minecraft. Specifically, ow, please let me leave. I don't want to die here. Specifically, you could, replicate, like, the blade traps really easily and really smoothly. There's really no way to do that comfortably in regular Minecraft, especially nowadays. But, yeah, I made every dungeon except for 9. I didn't finish 9. Because I got distracted by things. Oh my god. This is not good. They literally spawned in a wall. Okay. Come on. Yes! Okay, that worked really well. But really what I did was I made one room for each dungeon with a color theme and you know, obviously a color theme that worked for the original dungeon. And really? Stop that. And so I just copied that room in the shape of the map and then matched up the actual constructions, like the different blocks and stuff. It was actually pretty easy because you just paste the room exactly as is in the maps format and then add the different little barricades and stuff. It was fun. Nice little project. I also have it so that they're all attached into like a tower. So it's like a dungeon gauntlet, if you will. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But it's just sort of fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, messing around with stuff like that is what also... At one point, I was doing like a... I don't know how you would express the scale, but it was like 1 to... Every one tile in Oracle of Seasons would translate to 4 tiles in Minecraft, and I was doing that for Oracle of Seasons. And I completed the Tarm Ruins area. And that area was... I am enamored with that particular area in that game. Oracle of Seasons was such a great game to begin with, but the Tarm Ruins really captured my attention. Alright, moving right along. Honestly, that's one of the things I've been kind of disappointed in Nintendo with. Why would you make a great... And you know, some people will disagree with this, but you made such a great Switch version of Link's Awakening, which you could have just used the same resources from for Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. You could have gotten easy money out of that. And they didn't do it. It's like it was too easy. They decided, nope, too easy. Can't do it. It's like, why? Why wouldn't you do that? Yeah, stop it. Come here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but to be honest, I'm a lot less forgiving ever since they got Sora in Smash Bros. That felt like the hardest thing to do in video game history. Honestly, 100%, that felt like probably really played terribly there. That felt like one of the most impossible things to do. I never thought I would see the day. And they did it. The thing about the whole Mickey Mouse and Smash Bros. Thing is, I don't know why they didn't just give him the Ultima weapon. The Ultima weapon is iconic for the series, and it would have completely removed all references to Disney. It's like, I know why they would have preferred to do it, but I don't see the point. They should have just gone with the Ultima weapon. It would have alleviated so many difficulties. Anyway, regardless, like, being made by Capcom, I guess, is a difficulty, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to me again. Sora was like this huge hurdle. Everyone was like, people wanted Sora, people never thought Sora would get it. People, I don't know. And nothing in, like, the Oracle game screams Capcom either. Like, I don't even particularly know why they had worked with Capcom on it. What was the reason? Just so they could outsource while they developed other games? I mean, that seems like the most realistic reason for it. But nothing about it screams Capcom, you know? I mean, to be fair, James Bond beating a lot of classic Nintendo characters is because James Bond is such a memorable character because of GoldenEye for a lot of people. Like, tons of people talk about GoldenEye on the N64. Like, that would make sense to me. It's a little silly, in my opinion, but it makes sense. I'm still mad we'll never get a proper Travis in Smash Bros. But that's just a me problem. I'm also heartbroken about Dark Samus and Samus being the way they are, but also a me problem. I think it's so funny that Metroid Dread, which is like a great, perfect revamp of Samus's like older design and everything, and then now Ganon and Tears of the Kingdom, both would have been perfect, incredible redesigns to get into Smash Bros. And they both came out right after Smash Bros. Ended, essentially. I keep forgetting my sword. Honestly, this is not going well. I'm not doing a good job of playing this game. It makes me feel kind of bad, but it's not miserable. I'm not like sitting here angry about it. I'm just surprised I'm doing so poorly. But yeah, no, Ganondorf redesign based on Tears of the Kingdom would have been sick. I love the Dread look for Samus. And now there may never be another Smash Bros. It's kind of like, wow. I'm looking forward to replaying Metroid Dread. I haven't yet. I wish I could stream from my DS so I could play Samus Returns. Not that Return of Samus is a bad game, but Samus Returns is so good. It's so good. Ow. Bombs. Nice. Heart. Nice. I don't have any beams. I enjoyed it from the perspective of for the game that it is and for the hardware that it's on. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It's definitely not the best game in the world. It would easily be the worst Metroid game if Other M didn't exist. But I have a soft spot for Oh wait, do you mean Samus Returns? I'm sorry. No, wasn't the melee, the counter present in Dread? It was present in Dread. Wasn't it a big part of Dread's gameplay? Core gameplay mechanic, actually? Maybe not the way it was in Samus Returns. Like, because Samus Returns was definitely definitely more reliant on you using it. But the thing about Samus Returns is that, like, honestly, I've always wondered why Samus didn't fight more with her suit and why she only shot. Like, why the hell not? You know? That's definitely fair. It was a lot more fluid in Dread. But that being said, I liked it in Returns once I got used to it. It did take some adjusting, but it was definitely good to show what the mechanic could do and how it was used. I felt like playing Samus Returns was almost like preparing us for Dread. How hard would it be to go clear this dungeon now? I hate having to go away from this to come back to it. I feel like I should just jump right in. If I can clear this dungeon now, I can get the 3 heart containers right away, and that's much more smooth. I feel like that was because they have announced freaking Prime 4 so long ago, and where is it? Where is even a sign of it? A title screen, that's what we've got. Sort of embarrassing, all things considered. And not like Nintendo's never done something like this before where they announced a game really far out, but at this point, I feel like it's a dead game almost, like it's not ever coming out. Prime 4 is lost media at this point, the way Dread was once. Four hits, really? It seems like a lot. I thought it was 3. Uh-oh. Oh god. I'm Pac-Man. That was bad. hit him so hard he turned around. Saw that? He was like, nope. Walked into the sword, not doing that again. Stop running away, bro. I love that you can go through the blocks here, but you can't do it here. It's such a weird perspective decision. See, the thing about Dread was that Dread wasn't stuck in limbo. Dread was just implied to just straight up be canceled. It was gone. It was dead. D-E-D, dead. There was no hope for Dread. People believe in Prime 4. Come on. Oh, of course, I just didn't turn around. Incredible. Incredibly good. And I just got hit by that. Cool. This is gonna be terrible. Please go. Please go. Please go. Thank you. I hate these so much. I hate bubbles. Awful, awful, awful. And they're so much worse in Second Quest. Alright, please one hit me. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, thank goodness. And more bombs. Woohoo! That was nice. That was very nice. That felt way worse than it looked. I'm gonna be honest. I was certain that I was just a garbage run. It definitely helps that Dread was so incredible. Like, the biggest problem with Samus Returns was the biggest problem with a lot of games. They were released on the 3DS. And people did not take the 3DS seriously, which is stupid to me, but what do I know? I love the 3DS. Great console, really, really appreciated its existence. And people acting like it was garbage really makes me sick, but whatever. But like, Samus Returns wasn't gonna get no play regardless because people do not respect the 3DS. So Dread was great because it also brought a lot of people's attention to that game because of how good it was. And people playing through Returns are going, wow, this game is so good, why didn't anyone play it? Well, why the hell didn't you play it? Finna do that right now. Thanks, bro. There's a key in here. Okay. So waste the key, got a key. So this dungeon only has the raft. There's no other item here. I was wrong. So I don't remember where the blue boomerang is. But the good thing is, like, you know, I don't have to ever come back up here. I can remember that. Level 2 sword is, just 6 hearts. Which is why I wanted to do it in this order. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the level 2 sword and then immediately go to level 5 and get the flute. And I'm going to use the flute to come right back here. And this is where I'm going to grind for rupees. Because I don't know if you're aware, but the level 2 sword kills gels in one hit instead of splitting them. But the thing about killing them in one hit is that they drop items when they're killed in one hit. And one of those items is most frequently rupees. You can get so many rupees from this dungeon if you have a level 2 sword. So that's why this particular path calls for me to go to level 3 first. It's all about rupees. The first 3 rooms can get you 50 rupees so quickly. And once you get the rupees you need, you just get the blue ring, you get the magic shield, and this game is free. For the most part. The other thing that really helps make this game free is instead of doing dungeon 8 last, you do dungeon number 6 last. Dungeon number 6 is miserable. When I tell you comparatively, you have to only really travel through about 6 rooms in the much smaller Dungeon 8 to get through it. Whereas Dungeon 6 is huge, full of likes and wizrobes, to the point where that is definitely the hardest dungeon in the game. You can't get through it quickly. You have so many opportunities to lose your shield and just get got by wizrobes. It is the worst dungeon in this game. It's the one dungeon I fear. Everything in this game feels like it's to prepare for level 6, to be honest. Like, and then, if you know the path through Spectacle Rock, or is the Spectacle Rock is Dungeon 8? I'm pretty sure it is. If you know the... Oh, yeah! That's where the other heart container is. I forgot. There is a rock right near the level 2 sword that has an extra heart container. That's where the other free heart container is. That's the one I can get without clearing this dungeon. That's where it is. I'd completely forgotten. So that was what that was. Okay. But yeah, if you know the path through level 9, level 9 isn't that bad, aside from some enemies you have to beat, like the, what do you call them? The stupid flies. I forget their name, but yeah, those enemies are annoying because you have to beat them. But other than that, it's just dodge the enemies, find keys, open doors, same old, same old. You get the red ring, you get the silver arrow. Honestly, I've beaten that dungeon without getting the red ring before, but it helps. No, not Digdogger. Digdogger isn't a fly. Digdogger's an urchin. They're like these flies that are only in level 8. Level 9 rather. Forget what they're called. They got a really specific name. I don't think they've ever appeared in the series afterwards. Can't remember what they are though. What they're called anyway. Alright, so now that I've figured out my path proper, the way I should have known before. Oh no. Give me that fairy. Thank you. It's like some really specific name. I really can't remember what they're called off the top of my head though. It's like, I don't want to say it's something with a B because I don't think it's something with a B. I think it's actually something with an M. But they don't appear in any other Zelda game. I know that. Or if they do, it's like an Oracle of Seasons mid-boss or something. Or Oracle of Ages mid-boss, actually. Because there's an enemy that's kind of reminiscent of them in the Oracle games, I think. But I think it's Ages. Patra, thank you. So I was way off. It was not an M or a B. It was a P. That's probably why I thought, like, B. But yeah, there's an enemy similar to Patra. I think it's called an Igor, though. In Oracle of Ages. Like, I believe you have to beat it by switching places with it with the switch hook. So you pull it out of its flies, you beat the little flies, and then you go and attack it for free or something like that. If I'm remembering that correctly, I don't know. I could be wrong. But it's definitely, it's not called Patra in that game. It's called Igor. Or Eyesore, actually. Eyesore. Right. That's what it's called. Eyesore, like an eyesore. That's right. Igor is a different kind of enemy. It's hard to keep, yeah, Digdogger is a big, giant, eyeball, essentially. You have to play the flute to beat. Digdogger hates certain kind of sound. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, just follow this. I'm not going to play money-making game. There's no need to. Ah, the last one hit me. That's so annoying. Thank you. Stop hitting me. I mean, Dodongo dislikes smoke is such a terrible hint when you consider that you have three actually. Because the magic rod is also it requires another item, but it can also give fire. When you have 3 different items you can get that give you the ability to shoot or throw fire, Dodongo dislikes smoke is just the worst possible hint you could give for that. Oh, he dislikes things that involve smoke somehow. First thing you're gonna try is the candle. The candle's readily available. You can get it super quickly and early. It's a very terrible hint. Probably one of the worst in the whole series. It's right up there with Go West to Parappa Palace. Like, oh, I'm gonna die. Please no. I'm so close to victory. Oh no, dude. Ah, kill me. Oh yes, Eastmost Peninsula has a secret. There's like 6 dead ends, all of them with old ladies who just don't talk to you or play money making game or nothing. Pay me for door repair, I think a couple of them. That was a really good run and I blew it. I'm so mad. Honestly, I think that secret specifically is referring to the old man who gives you the prescription. It's a letter, but I call it a prescription because you go to a lady who gives you medicine afterwards. It's a prescription. But essentially, there's like 3 or 4 of those guys, and only one of them happens to be on the eastmost peninsula that might match that clue. Poor eyeball frog. Got some more bombs. Nice. Love when I see a blue rupee. Honestly, I am looking forward to getting to replay Majora's Mask. I recently replayed it on the 3DS, and I am not a fan of the 3DS version. at all. Ow. Ow. They really did. It was so awful. My biggest gripe is usually like the changes to the bosses, because like I feel like I get why they did what they did with the eyes, but oh my god, it's so awful. Hey, we wanted to instead of streamlining the changing mechanic that you have to do 1,000,000 times with your masks, we made it necessary to do it even more times. It's actually to the point where I was dealing with that so much that I have my own project I'm working on, right? Where I'm working on like making my own sort of thing and my own sort of game. I had the idea to like completely remove inventory management as even a necessity. Like every item that you use is either... I keep forgetting the sword. Every item you use is bound to its own button or action based on where you're standing or what you're doing. So essentially, like, there's this item I designed that where it makes me so mad because I didn't even realize I did it. But they're essentially like the claws on the back Black Panther superhero outfit. I'm really mad about it, but I'm gonna skip past that for right now and just focus on what I did. Rather than them being an item you have to like equip, they're just gloves. They go on, you can wear them. You wear them all the time, and they give you an attack which breaks through shields and breaks guards. But also they let you dig into the ground and dig things up. So if they're an armor item, you never have to take them off. You never have to re-equip them. They help guard you. They give you an obvious use outside that, like an extra attack option, which would be like its own attack button or something. But also, since you wouldn't want to have to remove something else to dig in the ground, you would basically, like in Ocarina of Time, how everything has its own action icon thing, and you would just walk up to a hole and dig with the A button rather than have to equip it and then dig with the A button. I did it again. Oh my god. That was the idea, and I like the idea of it because it's like, if you have a hammer, you break things that are breakable by going up to a wall and hitting the A button, and when there's a hole in the ground, instead of using the hammer, you would dig instead. It just makes more sense than having to do so much inventory management. And so thinking about Majora's Mask 3D and the way you have to constantly like spider into your inventory and switch between so many things and manage your items, that feels bad as a game mechanic. And so I'm trying to, if I ever get this game off the ground, I'm going to completely remove that aspect of the Zelda-like thing where you have to change your inventory left and right. Like, there's no need for that because it's a part of your outfit. It's got its own function. You don't need to adjust your shit. It's just on. I think that'd be much more desirable than having to press start and pause the game to switch between your 2 or 3 items. It was also a very big problem in the Oracles where you had bosses that would require 2 or more, like at the point where your boss is requiring 2 or more items, or you're fighting a boss which needs you to switch between 2 different kinds of seeds. Oh my god. That was awful for quite a few bosses. It's like there's no need to be constantly pressing start, going to the seed satchel, selecting your seeds, pressing start again, using the seed, going back to the start button, switching to the different set of seeds. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Oh, I know how to do it. I gotta press pause 36 times. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. And so, like, the idea of doing away with that, in my opinion, very good. It's a bad game design mechanic. We need to move past constantly having to go into your inventory and pick buttons, press buttons and pick through different stuff. I mean, like, Tears of the Kingdom was really nice because it lets you go in and choose your item from a list, right? But then they didn't just put like throwable items that you would reasonably want to use for your arrow tip. No, you've got to scroll past the meat and past the random teeth that you might not want to use for your bombs. You have to scroll past all of that to get to one item until you use the item enough where it will appear at the top of your menu list. It was so close to good, and then they added that aspect to it. I was like, dude, I have to cycle through everything I own to find the right tip for my arrow? Like, come on, that doesn't feel like was that really the best answer? And mind you, I love Tears of the Kingdom, but like, come on, that couldn't have been the correct answer. That couldn't have been the only answer even. And like, that's a minor complaint to how incredible the game was, 100%. But it's something I feel like shouldn't be a problem in this day and age. Menuing should be less of a problem, not more of one. Oh yeah, favoriting outfits is a big deal too. The fact that I've got to memorize what page my favorite clothes are on so I can get back to all of them. It's minor. In the grand scheme of things, it's very minor. I'm going to be honest. But still, quality of life stuff like that should be more thought about. Jerk. Yeah, you better give me your heart. Cromch. That actually reminds me of this really old fan animation years ago, which was like Link wanted to go to the store and buy a heart, and the shopkeeper was like, "What are you saying?" And he kept going, "Hip." It's like, "What is it you want? I don't understand." And he just starts rattling off Ocarina of Time screen like sound bites. You can skip the paraglider, or do you mean like you shouldn't be able to not know it's there? Yeah, when I realized I couldn't fly, I realized I had to do a little bit of story. It was one of those things that like immediately I did as little story as possible because I figured I had to find it and it would be right near the start. But logically, I don't feel like a lot of people are gonna think like that. Like, if you've played Zelda before, you know if it's an important gameplay mechanic, it's going to be nearby the start. You know that. But that doesn't mean everyone has played Zelda and knows that. See, I did watch a trailer that showed the paraglider, so I knew it had to be in the game. But because of the flying thing, I knew that logically it had to be early because it would be so important for the sky somehow, you know? Like, there was no way it wouldn't be there very early because shooting, like, going back to the sky, the glider was going to be necessary for that one because it wasn't Skyward Sword. But again, that's because I had previous experience with other Zelda games that I knew it would have to be there somehow based on the premise of the game. A person who has not played the series the way I have is not going to have those same thoughts and reasonings. But the other thing is, like, a lot of people who I feel like are playing Tears aren't necessarily all people who have played games before. Like this. So that are what I mean is like a lot of people aren't playing open world games if they're playing games, you know, or like not everyone plays open world games. So my thought was essentially that they would just follow what they're told to do rather than explore anything. So they would be more likely to find the paraglider, whereas people who had played like other video games might not be inclined to do that because they want to see what they can do on their own first. So I could definitely see what you mean by like missing the paraglider. If you have any experience playing games, you're at more of a disadvantage than the person who hasn't, because they're not necessarily going to miss something right at the start because they're going to go right towards it because they don't know what else to do. And they're not keen on trying to explore on their own because they don't want to miss something the way we know we would come back to it later, you know? I don't know. There's a lot that goes into that. That's like, as far as design theory goes, it goes back to that classic conundrum. How much help is too much help? A lot of people still to this day complain about Navi. And Navi was, for me, not a big deal at all. Like, every 20 minutes you get a, hey, listen. Like, how bad is that really, you know? It doesn't feel like one of those overwhelming things and I'm going to just die. I don't want to leave just for this, because of this room though, because I'm going to have to redo everything to get back in here. I'm going to wind up exactly in the same position. This is one of those rooms where I miss the boomerang, and not having it from level 1 immediately feels bad. You know what I think I have to do? After beating level 3 and after getting the white sword and getting the blue ring, I think immediately I go to level 2, and that's where the blue boomerang is. Oh no, that's bad. That's really bad. Yep. Level 2 is important because level 2 has, I think, 4 keys. And here's the thing about level 2. You don't need to use any of them. So what you do is you use those keys to brute force other dungeons. That's what you do with the keys in level 3 too. You just take them and use them to brute force other dungeons. My biggest problem though, personally, that I had with Tears of the Kingdom, if you had to know, I think you know me pretty well. I think you could probably guess what it is. Getting hit like that early sucks. I've got no one but myself to blame. Oh yeah, biggest thing with me in Zelda games in general is dungeon count. I have the same problem with Tears that I had with Breath of the Wild, unfortunately. In that, you know, there's so many great, wonderful locations that you can find and explore and lead to really cool things that are essentially, here's a shrine, or here is nothing. And it feels really bad. It feels so bad. And it's honestly a little worse for Tears, because Tears has like 2 or 3 times the map to explore. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I got to the top of like one of those tests of courage the first time, and that's all it was, I was a little pissed. It's like, you're telling me these giant things in the sky were just so a bunch of kids could have fun jumping off cliffs. Like, they have no other purpose, no other use, they're not important. Are you serious? It just... It's a little frustrating, a little baffling for me. Like... It just feels bad. I love dungeons. And I didn't look at the Divine Beasts like they weren't dungeons. The problem with the Divine Beasts for me is that there was only 4 of them. I'm gonna die again. Yep. They definitely did a good job of like hiding fun things here and there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold them and say like they didn't do anything new or better than Breath of the Wild with. Tears of the Kingdom on the whole is a great game, and I would say it's probably equal to Breath of the Wild. As far as quality goes, I enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom more because I liked doing what I did in Tears of the Kingdom more. I liked being able to freely explore, and with this game, there was even more freedom and things you could do, and honestly, there was even more to explore, which to me made Tears of the Kingdom a better game, but I'm still missing that experience of like 6 to 8 dungeons at least. And honestly, I feel like I should be able to expect more than that. I mean, like specifically the best comparison I have is always to A Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds, right? A Link to the Past had your first 3 dungeons, and then you think you're done with the game. Like, it was a great big surprise back in the day, especially for me, that there was more after you get those 3 dungeons, you get the Master Sword, go to fight Aghanim. That was so cool to me. And then what do you have after that? The 7 crystals and then Ganon's Tower. So that's 11 dungeons. 11 dungeons, if you don't count Hyrule Castle as one. And Hyrule Castle, by most standards, is a mini dungeon, so most people don't count it. So 11 dungeons, right? And that's peak design for a Super Nintendo game. They didn't have all the room and data and space and ability that they had now. That's such a big freaking number. Then Ocarina of Time comes out, and they're pushing the envelope in new different ways. So you have Deku Tree, you have the what do you call it? You have Dodongo's Cavern, and you've got Jabba Jabba's Belly, the first 3 again, right? Got your first 3. And then what's the game throw at you? 5 more afterwards, right? And then Ganon's Tower. So it's 8 to 9 dungeons. Then you also have the Ice Cavern and on bottom of the well, which are basically mini dungeons. So roughly 10 dungeons, right? And that's still incredible, right? That's still pretty good. Then you go to freaking Majora's Mask, Majora's Mask was made in a year. And it had 4 dungeons. 4 dungeons that were completely different than Ocarina of Time's dungeons. Of all the things that were reused from Ocarina of Time, they got to fit in 4 brand new dungeons. That's crazy. And I don't give Majora's Mask enough credit for that. I argue that Majora's Mask is too short of a game most of the time for me. But when you look at the fact that it was designed in a year, god damn. That is impressive. You know, that's really impressive. So, in a year, they were able to do 4 dungeons. Breath of the Wild is... How much bigger than freaking Majora's Mask would you say Breath of the Wild is? You know? And it gets 4 dungeons? And it gets 4 dungeons. It gets 4 dungeons with roughly the same theming and roughly the same kind of elements of design and roughly the same kind of method of exploration. 4 dungeons, exactly the same. The rest of the game is much bigger than Majora's Mask, but the 4 dungeons somehow come out way worse. And, oh, well, the shrines are supposed to be miniature dungeons. Alright, fine, okay, alright. I guess I have to take that. I don't have no choice. Fine. But still, it feels so bad. It feels terrible. Not for nothing. It just feels awful. Wind Waker, 4 dungeons. Twilight Princess, 8 dungeons. Twilight Princess still gets a little bit of a pass for me. Twilight Princess is a much bigger game than Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess's dungeons are much bigger than Ocarina of Time's. It gets a bare minimum pass on that. Twilight Princess has other problems. But we can't even get to 8 anymore. We're down to 4 for every game, and now this game has the count that it has. I don't know. It frustrates me so much because the game is so big. There's so much room for it. There's so many places you could put them. I would have taken another delay for like 3 or 4 more dungeons. Not even gonna lie. If the game came out at the end of this year and had that many more dungeons, I would have called it a perfect game. Perfect. And sure, they wouldn't have been able to crank out 4 more dungeons in 6 months. That's fine. But there's so many places where I explored, so many things that I found, so many things that I wondered, why wasn't there more here? Why not? What could have hurt to add it? I don't know. It's a big deal to me personally. And this is, of course, this is not even taking into account the fact they've got more resources, more people, more of everything in abundance to make these games than they did back then. And the numbers just don't feel like they add up to me. Again, and this is coming from the standpoint of a person who absolutely loved Tears of the Kingdom. I want to be 100% on that. I love the game. This is still a problem for me. Yeah, and that's fair, and I understand that 100%, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time just accepting it like that. It feels like accepting, like I'm being too accepting. Like I'm not giving them room for growth by saying, "Oh, it's a perfect game." It's not perfect, not for me. I see where there's improvements. I see where their time went. I'm not saying that they didn't put in any effort and this is a bomb game. On the contrary, it was an incredible game. It was truly wonderful. I love playing it. It's probably my favorite 3D Zelda game. But that doesn't mean there's not room to be better. There are aspects about this game that aren't good enough for me. Especially when you compare to older Zelda games and reasons why I loved the series before. One of the biggest things for me was always that dungeon exploration. And without it there, it does bother me. I mean, hell, one of the dungeons, because I had stamina max by the time I entered it, and it was an early dungeon too. It was like the second dungeon I explored. I brute forced it. You don't need to follow the dungeon path at all. You can just climb the walls. It doesn't take any effort, any thought. You just brute force it, walk into the room with the thing, grab it, and that's it. You're done. Dungeon's finished. Crushed the dungeon. I don't like that that's so easy. That bothers me. Because what the game is difficult with, it's easier in other ways too. There's definitely some give and take going on here in these in the newer games that I feel like is tough for me as a fan of the series and what it was originally. I definitely feel like something has been lost a little bit, to be honest. But that's also a me thing. For the positive things I can say about Tears, there was actually a moment. There was a moment where I felt kind of heartbroken. And I said positive things. Hear me out. There's a moment, right, where I looked at something in Tears of the Kingdom, and it looked like it was ripped directly out of my imagination. Why is that a problem? Because I want to do things with my imagination for myself and for other people. I want people to see my own vision. So when I saw it unfolding in front of me inside of the game, I kind of like snapped a little bit, cracked a little bit. In that I was like, this is so perfect. This is exactly what I imagined. This is exactly what I wanted to do. It was exactly it. It was perfect. And I was just like, now if I do it, no one will ever care. It'll always just be a shadow of what someone else did. It'll always just be a mimicry. It'll always just be second best. That kind of sucked. But it was wonderful because, like, I get to see, like, that one specific instance that people are loving it, and I know they would have loved it if I had done it. It's wonderful to get to experience it myself with my own eyes. That, man, I thought that would be cool, and it is so cool, and that's really cool. I love seeing how cool it is. You can think about it that way, certainly, but like, there's also, I think, a part of every creator who wants to be the first to do it. They don't want to be the only person to do it. They want to be the first. They want to be the best. They want to be the most remembered. Being the first is important. You know, like, everyone remembers the first person who made the phone. No one remembers exactly who made the cell phone. I couldn't tell you that. They're gonna tell you about the dude who invented the first phone. You know. There is definitely something important about that in any creator's mind, I feel like. So when you see something that you imagined yourself in front of you, I'm sure it's always a little bittersweet if you didn't get to be the one to put it out there. I don't know a whole lot of creators who experienced this feeling with me. I might be the only one who's ever experienced it this way. I don't know. I doubt it. It doesn't feel reasonable. This feels like a fundamental part of the human experience somehow, you know? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that was very lucky. Not even gonna lie. That was incredibly lucky. So lucky. Because I was pretty sure I was dead. Also, it's weird. Link looks kind of like a bug there. His mouth looks like he got little fangs in it. It's creepy. Yeah, it is kind of tough. But it was very cool. So much about Tears was just very incredible. I loved a lot. There's like two things I want from the DLC. I know you can make your own vehicles or whatever. I want the freaking Master Cycle Zero back. I don't care. I legitimately don't care. I want the Cycle Zero back. I loved it. Give it back. What's up? What? I might remember, I don't know. It depends on what it was, to be honest with you. So I've got a good memory for certain things. I want that, thank you. Don't guard my money. It's mine. It's my money and I need it now. I will take that. Oh, goodness. I'm going to be 100% with you. I'm not sure if I remember that. Was that during one of the Scruffy streams, or was that during a different Wind Waker run? Because I don't think that happened during one of my runs. In fact, did I ever even complete a Wind Waker run on VS? It was a scruffy run. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. But I might remember something that resulted of it. What was your question regarding that? Is it just, did I remember that, or... I'm gonna be 100%. If it was just, do I remember that? I don't think I was there for all of the scruffy streams. There was I've been thinking about a lot recently. There was a good period of time where I just wasn't around VS the way I wanted to be, due to a multitude of factors. Yeah, no. The only thing I remember in relation to a dragon was the really funny, I'm a dragon. I'm aware of this. Like, that was all. The juxtaposition of those words was always very funny. I always thought that was very funny. That and, the seagull song. Ooh, whoa, that was close. Oh god, bird, you're not a fish. You can't even swim. Alright, got my raft, got my low hearts. I'm kind of second guessing my route a little bit now. I kind of want to go away from the coast since it's so full of enemies. There's some really easy middle paths to follow that I can get the 6th heart container in a different location and then go back and get that raft heart, but I feel like it's better the way I'm trying to do it, because that way it's a straight line. You don't have to worry about anything else. You just need to do it. It goes exactly where I need to go. I feel like I should just stick with it instead of trying to experiment or save myself some trouble. I don't know. The boomerang in Dungeon 1 isn't the problem. Is that Dungeon 1 is actually... How do I say this? Dungeon 1 is not problematic at all. It's just not important right now. Because when I go to Dungeon 1 has some rooms that you have to go through for keys. And so Dungeon 1's keys matter for Dungeon 1. If I go in there with more keys than I need, usually I leave with less than I should have. So when I do Dungeon 1, I want to have pretty much brute forced several dungeons, and to the point where I'm almost out of ideas on what to do. That's when it's time to do Dungeon 1, and by extension, figure out where to go and what to do with myself. Before I ever want to touch Dungeon 1, I want at least Dungeons 3, 4, 5, and 2 to be taken care of. And so, yeah, like a ranged weapon would be helpful, but also, if I'm playing correctly, I have a ranged weapon at all times. That's the other thing. The only thing the boomerang really helps is the stunning them, so it's easier to hit them. Which is definitely useful. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely useful. But I should just be playing properly anyway. Any person who is seeing me play like this will wonder if I'm like trying to do it fast or quickly or anything, but because like a perfect run is very similar to a speed run in that if you're doing it right, it should be pretty quickly, it should happen pretty quickly anyway. And the thing about any speedrunner is that they get a lot of practice in, and so if they're playing properly, they don't need something like the boomerang to help them out because they already have everything they need on them to play, unless getting the boomerang is part of their route. With this route that I have, I should not need the boomerang. And the fact that I do need it suggests that it's a problem that I am having with my own gameplay and the way I'm playing. Ideally, all that means is that having the boomerang, it'll help a little bit, but it won't fix the flaws that I'm making. It'll just cover those flaws up. I have a similar problem in Smash Bros. I play as Toon Link because I'm not good enough to play as Link or Young Link. Link and Young Link are widely considered by most people to just be straight up better than Toon Link. And you can definitely see why when you watch the way people play those characters. But I play Toon Link because Toon Link's gameplay and the things that he can do that the other two can't cover my weaknesses. Now, that's good and it's smart. You play a character you know that helps you deal with your weaknesses and helps you, lose less. But the thing is, when you're constantly doing something to cover for your weaknesses, that's really not just straight up improvement. You never get better. It's just a crutch. So I am sticking heavily to this particular plan because it will 100% be better than relying on a different tool that will just get me marginally better results. Because especially when you get towards later in the game, you have less and less things that are affected by the boomerang, and having that crutch doesn't do me any favors, It's all about, you don't use that particular tool until you absolutely have to, or you already have it. That way you're not relying on it over much when you shouldn't be. Oh, that's so good. Please, 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 just come here. Thank you. That is so helpful. Oh my god. I could also rely on dumb luck like I just did, and, that'll be my crutch also. There's always that. This is not the right way. Is it more forward or is it more back? I don't remember. There should be it's this one. It's right here. Ah, you... so rude. Give me the prescription. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's gonna help a lot. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the other heart container I was talking about. Oh, please. Please? Thank you. I gotta remember where the hole is. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So, now I'm in really good shape. Now I get the white sword. And then I clear dungeon 5. Do I have to cross the desert and go... Because this is going to lead right to 5, right? Yeah. I think I have to cross the desert. I don't remember. Nope. Okay, cool. Perfect. Sick. Now I gotta watch out for this blue bastard. This blue bastard here is a run ender. This guy here... He's just standing there, preventing you from getting that sword. And when you get out, he's still going to be there. Waiting for you. What a jerk. Alright. You are so rude to me. Stop it. Oh my god, go away. Thank you. Thank you for restoring that which you took from me. Alright, level 5 time. I don't remember the layout for 5 off the top of my head. Is that the nose? Really? Rude? Alright. Yeah, I don't remember the layout for this. I don't think I need to be in this room. I'm almost positive the flute is here, though. Oh, no. Actually, I'm wrong. This isn't where the flute is. Or maybe it is? No, this should be the ladder, actually. Because that guy... Yeah, he can't cross. This is the ladder. I take it back. I don't know where the hell I'm going in this dungeon. Oh, God. I hate Pole's voice so much. First of all, why the hell are they called that? You know what, honestly? The likes didn't bother me. I was surprised to see them. But I kind of immediately liked seeing an enemy that was completely different. You know, that was my takeaway about the likes. Oh, hey, look, an enemy that was not in Tears, that was not in Breath of the Wild at all. That was a waste of the key. That was a huge waste. I'm a little angry about that. I gotta see if maybe there's a hole I could make in that wall over there. I have to remember, this dungeon does not stick in my head. But the fact that the guy's carrying bombs is kind of a hint, isn't it? Oh yeah, you're right. I absolutely know how to kill a Dig Dogger now. What would I have done? Okay. Oh. Alright, this room kind of sucks. To be honest, this is a room that is not good. Okay, these guys are down in 4, so they're just faster than the red ones. They're not stronger, because I have the white sword. Shouldn't be a problem as long as I'm careful. Ah! Ah! That really sucks. That sucks so much. The first bit of progress I've made in almost 3 hours now. Wow, that sucks. Oh gosh. I'm gonna take a break and grab some water. That kind of hurt me. For the record, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play. I played for 4 hours last weekend, I think. It was probably 4 or 5. So I will start considering stopping around 2, depending on what my progress is like. I really want to get more than 1 dungeon in, but I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. Oh, goodness. So what's actually going to happen is that I'm going to steal one of my son's Capri Suns because there's no water filtered right now and I have no other things to drink. And North Carolina tap water tastes awful. Absolutely terrible. Just, ugh. So they ruined strawberry kiwi Capri Sun, but not the fruit punch. That's great. I'm really, really angry about that. Good to know, though. All right. I don't know if you watched the VOD for last weekend, but there was a really painful moment where I got to World 8 in like 4 or 5 lives. Cleared I said, I was like, there's no way I'm going to win now. I'm almost certain. And so, when I got to World 8, I was pretty much sure I was gonna lose. But I got through World 8-1 pretty quickly. I was like, okay, maybe. And then I started screwing up in 8-2, which, if you know, you can actually get a life early on that'll keep you alive as long as you're careful. And I botched it twice back to back and was down to like 2 lives. And I was certain the run was over. Finally beat 8-2, beat 8-3 very quickly. And then I was like, well, I'm going to be honest. I've never beaten 8-4 in one go. I'm not going to win. And I made it to the end right before Bowser without getting hit. And there's a part of 8-4 where Cheep Cheeps will start jumping at you. They started jumping right while I was at an incredibly specific corner. Took my power-ups from me. I was so mad. I had a fire flower and everything. I was gonna just beat Bowser outright. So when I got into Bowser, I had to make a mad freaking dash, and he just killed me. There was nothing I could do. I was no options. I just died. I was so angry. It was like, it was simultaneously one of the best and one of the worst World 8 runs I've ever had. And it was so bad too, because the only reason I lost was really, really bad luck with the Cheep Cheeps, because they don't usually spawn that quickly at a spot where you can't avoid them. They just happened to spawn perfectly to take my power-ups, and there was... it was so bad, dude. It was... That's the thing that killed me. It was the most perfect run. Right for 8-4. That's probably the best 8-4 I ever did. Up until when the Cheep Cheep got me. Because that would have been it. There would have been nothing else. I could have just freaking fireballed him to death and been perfectly safe. No, the game decided too easy and just stripped me. It was very painful. I really wanted to beat that game last weekend. I wanted to beat all these games my first runs so I could cycle through to the next games very quickly. Because obviously there's other games I want to play, and there's definitely going to be games that I can't beat in one stream. I don't think I can beat Zero Mission in one stream. That game I'm going to have to play more than once. But this one here and Super Mario 1, I definitely could have beaten them. Yes, that's exactly right. I had one of the cleanest World 8 runs I'd ever done. It hurt so bad to lose that freaking power-up, dude. It was rough. It felt terrible. Because I was certain I wasn't going to win, and I was right, but I didn't know why I was right until it happened. But yeah, this is a run that can definitely happen within one stream if I do it right. I've just not been getting the right kind of... Not even luck, I've just not been playing well enough. It's fun. It's good. The thing about beating it without using continues is that there's extra worlds if you beat it without continues. I really want to play through those. Honestly, if you ever want like to do a really quick like run of it, there's a couple tips I can give you. Most of the lives that exist within the game, as far as extra ones, are in worlds 1 through 3. In All Stars they have the Star Worlds, and I think they were also in Super Mario Deluxe. I don't know if they were in the original game, but yeah, there's definitely extra ones. Yeah, so you can get like between 10 and 14 free lives. From what I've seen, there's probably more. 10 to 14 free lives. That's still Mario, that's okay. I played the All-Star version. Most people don't like All-Star Super Mario 1. But yeah, there's like a lot of the lives I usually get within the first few worlds. So if you just play through worlds 1 through 3 and then use the warp zone to world 8 in world 4-2, yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Also some hitboxes are a little different too. Yeah, if you after you've gotten as many lives and your power-ups as you want, you take the warp zone in 4-2 to world 8. That's probably going to be your best bet towards beating it quickly. At least for like a casual player. Yeah, no, the original Super Mario Bros. Is pretty... If I had to suggest a way to play it, I would definitely say play through Deluxe, the Game Boy Color one, or All-Stars. All-Stars has a lot of like character. I love the way it looks and the way it sounds. But Deluxe has a lot of added content. I figured you knew the route, but it's worth saying like that I don't know how many people know the stuff that I know about these games. So usually I just put the information out there assuming that maybe people don't know. Because even I didn't realize for most of my life that playing through the first 3 worlds nets you all the lives you can really get anyway. Unless you do like... No, even if you do the infinite live trick, that's still true. I didn't know about all this. And not that most people are as slow as I am. But you never know who has what information. Don't worry, neither can I. I always say, oh yeah, I don't want to use it. But the fact of the matter is that I actually don't know it at all. I literally could never get it to work for me. And like, I've seen it done quite a few times. I just can't get it right. Dude, why are you turning so quickly? You're annoying me. Thank you for dying. Nice. Now turn. Ah, I was right. I just chickened out. Oh, I didn't mean to grab... Ah, it sucks. I didn't need to use that yet. I feel like there's a key that I can get that I'm forgetting about. Is it this one? Oh man, yeah, it's this one. Okay. I had a really fun experience with tears that I think you might find hilarious. So I don't know if you know, but the insects and bugs in the game have hitboxes. And those hitboxes matter. When I say those hitboxes matter, I was trying to shoot a deer. I had the shot perfectly lined up. And a dragonfly flew in front of my arrow and died, but the deer heard the dragonfly die and got spooked and ran away. It was probably one of the most ridiculous experiences I've ever seen in Tears or Breath of the Wild with the similar, like, it was just so absurd. Like, are you kidding me? A dragonfly saved the deer's life. How? How does that happen? It's ridiculous. It was very funny, but I was very upset. So upset. Yeah, I think, have you ever seen like the YouTube videos of some of the more ridiculous things that happened in my Breath of the Wild run that I streamed ages ago? He ran right towards that bomb. Did you see that? He beelined straight for it. What the hell? There was this one clip that I have, I can send it to you later, but this one clip that I had where I was crossing a bridge on a horse, and for some reason, like, an enemy shot me. I knew it was gonna happen, but they shot me. But the physics of the game just like sent me in like the most radical direction. Like the game couldn't even keep up with me. I disappeared off of the freaking screen and just appeared later. Like way far away, dead. It was like I just started. I think the clip has me just laughing because I was in such disbelief of what happened. I was like, it was ridiculous. If you want to look it up real quick, rather than me to send it to you, you can probably find it on YouTube real quick. It's just the clip is called "A Shot in the Dark," and it's under my old username. It's under this one. I don't use it for anything except that YouTube anymore, but yeah. There's a bunch of ridiculous clips on there too if you ever want to check them out. Like, if they're not Smash Bros related, they're probably Tears of the Kingdom related. I mean, Breath of the Wild related, rather. All the stuff that I have for clips is all stuff that I got from that I clipped from like stream recordings. I mean, you can put them on Twitter and send them to other places with that. I think is like the easiest thing people do, but I also think you can put them directly to YouTube. I'm not 100% sure on that last fact though. I feel like it's true, but I don't want to mislead you. Ah, yeah, this is bad. Bad location. Ah. Why doesn't my shield work like that? Why is it when I collide with you guys face first? You guys stab me. Rude. Ah. Oh, get stabbed. Whoa. Whoa. Oh gosh. You know what? Here, eat this. Nice. Whoa. I really hate rooms like this filled with freaking dark nuts. They're so... It's so annoying because their movement patterns don't feel realistic. Like, it doesn't feel like something you can follow. They're just kind of like, look at me, I'm a nut. Nice. And a heart, too. Excellent. I'll take it. Beautiful. Get a good item luck. Now I just need them to make an opening. Okay, perfect. Smooth. Almost like I know what I'm doing. People are gonna start thinking this raft is my favorite item. Well, I mean, like you said, those radical game physics. Was there a key in this room? Did I get it? I don't remember. There is a key. No, I did not get it. Now I have it. Now I can leave. 3 keys. 3 keys. Very important. Every last key matters until you get the alpha key. I realize I don't really take advantage of the Switch's ability to record clips very often. I don't know if it's because I find the function on that kind of clunky as far as updating, whatever the hell. However you want to say it. I don't know. Uploading, there we go. I did not need to work that hard for that word. Oh, come on, please, thank you. Alright. Okay. Big moves. Got full hearts. Got everything we need. Just need to beeline for heart containers, white sword, then level 5. Just need a little luck and a lot of skill. Kinda low on luck lately. You know I'm 11k into a particular shiny hunt. A shiny hunt that the Pokemon in question, when I find it, it could just decide to leave. I feel like at some point this should qualify as self-harm, but I don't know. I don't know why I do this to myself. I say that this stuff is fun and then I just bully myself. I don't get it. I'm not quite certain what my big idea is. This thankfully isn't too bad. I guess, you know, I've been complaining that I haven't made a whole lot of progress, but because I haven't made a whole lot of progress, oh, I love that. Alright, ready to get back to it. Gonna beat them this time. Gonna get... never mind. Please go. You. Come down. Ah, that'll work. Thank you. And you drop nothing. You, get over here. Little angry eyes. Nice. Ow. It's this way. Listen, you don't gotta convince me. I just pause wherever my little heart feels like it. The problem is I don't know when to put down the game in general, so... Like, I think the only reason I beat Tears so quickly, comparatively, as far as all the shrines and mapping everything goes, I think is simply because I could not help but play way too much. To the point where I was exhausted for most of my shifts for work. Because I just wound up staying up way too long playing Tears when I should have been sleeping. 100% my fault. So I didn't complain about it once. I never went, oh, I'm so tired, I can't go to work. I just got up and went, my own freaking fault for playing this game for years. It's a hard game to put down, honestly. It's definitely up there as far as, like, I just went down that staircase sideways. I've never seen that before in my life. That's incredible. I just literally did that. You know, this game is incredibly easy to Tears is incredibly easy to pick up, but incredibly difficult to put down. 100%. Very good game. Very powerful game. I honestly kind of want that potion. What is it you can do? Okay, that was a decision. Not one that I made, but it was a decision. We're owl inspectors. Die. Oh, wonderful. More bombs. Really? Interesting. Ow. Oh my gosh. Please, not like this. Literally not like this. Please and thank you. You know, considering I do stuff like that with the health loss, I feel like it would be incredibly helpful to do stuff like that without the health loss. So that is actually incredibly powerful. I'm gonna get got. I'm gonna get got. That's not good. This is incredibly good knowledge. Excuse me. Not the stress hiccups. This is really bad. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, this would be a great place for the boomerang. This is one of those places where the boomerang would be completely freaking invaluable. Not even gonna hold you. Please just drop a fairy. I had such good fairy luck last time I came through here. Oh boy. I forgot. I can just go straight up. Oh dear. What can the matter be? I got a good bet that I'm going to get the white sword and just die on my way down the mountain. 100%, I'm just about certain that that's... It might happen before I even get the sword. I might just die right now. Ah, oh, this sucks. This legitimately sucks. Can I make it? 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 I've mastered it. Could you help? Maybe some bandages? Oh dear God, he's blocking. Oh God. Oh God, that was so frightening. Please leave me alone. Please just leave. Just leave me. Can I even get out of here now? Is this... Oh no, I'm just screwed. Ah, the only way to leave from this area is to go back the other way. Which means that I have to dodge Tektites, boulders, Octoroks. There's no scenario where I survive the trek back. And the lady in here is just paying me for... Oh my God. I just walked into the Octorok. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm just gonna take my L on the outside then. That's fine. There is no escaping my fate. I was gonna go in that dungeon and die anyway. Ugh. Pain. Alright, just because this isn't working as well as it usually does for me, or as well as it has in the past, I'm going to try something different. I remembered where the white sword is, and I remembered how to get all my heart containers. I didn't ever forget where the white sword is, to be honest, but I am going to not do Dungeon 3. No, wait, I can't avoid doing Dungeon 3 because I only have 5 hearts. Ah! There's no way to avoid 3. There's literally no reason not to do 3. Dungeon 3 is not the problem. Everything else is the problem. I've not had a single good run. Not even one run I would call half decent tonight. At this point, I really just want to blame that I'm not playing on my DS, but it feels like a cop-out. Alright, call it a night then, Best. I'm going to keep playing for a little bit longer, but you can go ahead and call it. No, it was nice having you. Nice talking to you again. I'm glad you're doing well. The VOD will be on afterwards, so no worries. You'll be able to check out the ending of it and whatever success I don't have. You have a good night, man. Yeah, we'll see about that. Maybe in another maybe in a month or so. Anyway, same time next weekend if anything. So you have a good night, man. They did. It is actually correctly spelled in this version of the game. Goodness. Do love wasting the bombs. Alright. Should I even bother with this? Probably not. But I'm going to. I need the bombs anyway. Worth it. skip these ones. Fight these here. Very nice. Alright. That worked out nicely. Oh wait, I only have half a heart. Oh my goodness. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Very terrible. Alright. It would be wonderful to have some more bombs. Key number 1. That's annoying. Very much annoying. Excellent. Very bad. Very nice, actually. Now, if you would just drop a fairy, that would be incredible. Terribly wonderful, even. Ooh, that was very close. Oops, there we go. Alright. Another run. I wonder how many I've done so far. Almost left out the sword again. Should check my phone. Nothing too crazy. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's finish this up with a really good run. Just one. Really need that rupee. Got it. Ow. Annoying. Nice. Early bombs. Ow. Ouch. Please stop. Nice. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at this. Definitely don't feel like I'm allowed to blame my controller of choice. My choice of controller? However you phrase that. More bombs, excellent. Ow. Please don't die. I want to die. Alright. Alright. No bombs yet, though. Very unlucky. Wow, still no bombs. Bad luck. Excellent. Finally. Nice. Not perfect, but nice. Alright, actually that's fine. Cool. Take that. I legitimately do not remember what's down here. P-hats and buying information. Literally useless. Okay. Bombs, hearts, very nice. Holding the line. Okay. All right. Ow. Okay. Now there's bombs everywhere. Alright, well. If I don't lose any hearts by the time I clear the third room? Third room? I think it's the third room with the 3 dark nuts in it. I think I will go for the raft first. Ah, no, I've been doing manhandle first for all these other tries. I should keep going with that. Consistency. Oh, I really need that. Got it. Alright, blow this up. Alright. Moving right along. Nice. That would have been a little useful in other specific circumstances, but I didn't get lucky like that, so it's all good. Moving right along. Annoying. Alright, 5 more rupees. Alright, where are you? Beautiful. That's what we hope for. You know what? Not gonna grab the Triforce yet. Ah. Let's get the raft first. Yeah, it is up. I have to get the key in here. Okay. Don't need those just yet. Trick job. Beautiful. Got it. Careful. Okay. Come on, one of you got a turn. No? Incredible. This is one of the longest and hardest things about these runs, is playing these points incredibly safely. See, my personality and my game style does not mesh well with this kind of gameplay. I'm not careful. I'm reckless. I'm foolhardy. I like to just run in and fight it out and hope for the best. But that's not the way to play this game. And so I have got to really fight against my instincts when it comes to playing this game and other games like this, especially when it comes to playing these games perfectly. I am not a perfect person. I don't really know anyone who is. So it's incredibly tough to become the kind of person I need to be to clear this game flawlessly. It's very difficult. I don't know if it's just because I am who I am or if it's because I'm just bad. But regardless, reckless is the way I like to play. And this is not a game to play recklessly, especially the way I'm playing it. If you don't care about your death count, not a big deal. But name of the game right now is not dying, and it's tough for me. Very difficult for me to play this way. See, like right there, I want to chase them down, but the fact that they might turn around and take me for a heart, maybe 2, maybe 3 if I get too close to them. I gotta use cover, I gotta use tactics, be careful, be safe. Ugh. Very difficult for me. But dungeon's clear. Thank you, Bubble. Have to have your parting shot, huh? Alright. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Alright. Okay. Cool. Huh. For optimization's sake, I'm gonna try something a little different. Take a little risk. Please tell me this is gonna be worth it. That was dumb. Should not have walked straight into that. Or that. So why wouldn't I do level 4? I feel like there's definitely a reason. I don't remember what that reason is. Ow. Could it be because I'm terrible dealing with bats? Could be. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Bad, 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 bad. All of this is bad. Oh gosh, that was close. Okay. Back to level 4. Said optimized, and then I did probably the least optimal things I could have done. Alright. Alright, that worked out. No. Get away from the bridge. Zola. Cool. Don't remember if there's anything over here. There is not. Don't really know that I want to be dealing with Vyres. Try going forward, yeah? Nope. This way? Nope. Nothing to blow up in this dungeon, so far anyway. Alright, let's check these walls real quick. No. And no, okay. Only key doors. Let's take a key door instead of dealing with the Vyre. Okay, more Vyres. I think basically I don't want to deal with this because I don't have a boomerang. With a boomerang, this place gets so much easier. Sure, let's go path of least resistance first. Okay, likes, I don't have anything to lose to them, so not a big deal. Ow. Oh, that's not good. Very not good. Okay. Item or way forward? Item. Ladder. Perfect. Kinda just want to leave now. Nope. Nope. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it out of here. Nope. Alright. I am not going to be able to get a good run in, no matter what, at this point. So, I'm going to run it back one last try. But I'm going to stop if I get past Dungeon 5. I don't have the time to continue, which is unfortunate. It means I'm going to have to come back to this in a few more weeks. But one last run to get the practice in, because obviously I need it. So I was definitely correct. My path was to go to 3 and then go straight to 5. So I don't need to question that anymore. Really? Not nice. Got bombs though, that works out. Okay. Oh, cool. Excellent. What great gameplay. I'm doing such a good job. Got my bombs I need. Boy, do I need to practice. Nice. I really sincerely love the music from Dungeons and Zelda 1. How did that hit me? So weird. Okay, well, bad. Having full hearts is what carried me last time I was in here. Whoop, that was a weird. Definitely didn't intend to do that. Whoop. I love it when I get the clock right when there's no enemies to fight. My favorite thing. Wait a minute, I just remembered something. I don't even think I have to go through all the trouble of actually going through those rooms with the rupees to get to Manhandra. And that revelation is going to cost me, apparently. I think I can just blow through the wall next to it. It's not a huge deal, doesn't save a ton of time or anything, but it might help a little bit. Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I'm just hoping it'll help. I need to one-hit this thing for it to matter, though. Oh my god. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Okay. Alright. Nearly there. Whoa, that was... Darn it. Very frustrating. Whoa. Nice. Nice, okay. Wow, that was close. Alright, got the raft. Now we go straight to level 5. Maybe make a quick pit stop at the fairy fountain. Oh, I could have used bombs, I forgot. Oh, that's fine. Nice. 3 in 1 shot. Excellent. It's kind of frustrating from a standpoint of someone who has this route in their head only. It's not written down. It's not really practiced or anything. Because, like, the thing is, once you get this route started, you can pretty much do dungeons in whatever order you're comfortable with. I think I'd like to do either 4, 2, or 7 after I do 5. Because I'll have access to all of those freely. 2 is like the easiest. I don't remember too much about 4. I know that 7 isn't terrible, but I've got to make it through these early ones first. And that's the biggest thing. Need all the ability and power that I can get to get through those dungeons. And really, I don't have to do 5 when I find 5, but I have to get the flute to make traveling easier. So, regardless of whether I clear 5 or not, it's essential that I get the flute, because that's the only way I can comfortably get through this game. Like, even from a standpoint of, if you get into a dangerous situation you need to heal, you flute out. So, I'm doing a lot of things that don't necessarily seem purposeful, but they feel necessary to me. And I feel like the way to win is through this particular way. I have to do it like this. If I don't do it like this, I'm washed no matter what. There's no chance. That being said, oh boy. I can't seem to catch a break. But it doesn't feel fair to blame anything except for myself. Okay. Yeah. Ow. Unfortunate. It's fine though. Cool. Alright, cool. Alright. Nice. I believe it's on this side? Yeah, gotta memorize that so I don't waste bombs. Heart container. Annoying. Alright. I need to find something else to say besides okay and alright. Stop it. Rude. Really? Irritating. Oh, I guess that's it then. Alright, well, thanks for watching. That's gonna be it for today. Next Saturday, we will be playing Metroid Zero Mission. Metroid Zero Mission. Looking forward to that. Very excited. So, thanks for watching and have a great night.